After the 2024-25 season, one thing is certain about Inter. They have a disciplined and cohesive team, but they are ageing. With 4 players aged 35 or over in their starting lineup, a major rebuild is needed in the summer. Otherwise, they risk another humiliating defeat in the Champions League, just like in the final against PSG. And the first on the list, from a marketing perspective, is Jonathan David. Inter fans, imagine this. A 25-year-old striker who has scored 25 goals and provided 12 assists this season and is available on a free transfer. Jonathan David is that player. A proven finisher with Champions League experience. He's been linked to Inter Milan. Not only that, but he's also the player closest to joining Inter this summer. The Nerazzurri have reportedly offered him a 5-year contract worth €5 million net per year. David's versatility allows him to play both centrally and on the wings, providing tactical flexibility. His high work rate and ability to press align perfectly with Inter's playing style. Securing David on a free transfer could be a strategic masterstroke, enhancing the team's performance. Not to mention that David is Canadian, and with football gaining huge momentum in North America, he'd be extremely important in terms of global appeal. Conversely, if Inter doesn't sign him, they will still be well covered with Lautaro and Thuram. When it comes to Mkhitaryan's position, however, well, this is where you need a big upgrade. The American is 36 years old and will be 37 in less than 6 months, with a year left on his contract. So, what do you think about Jobe Bellingham's little brother Jobe? A lot of big clubs are currently desperate to sign him, thinking he will reach Jude's level. However, the situation with Jobe, and with any brother duo, is complicated because there are 2 possible scenarios. Scenario 1, he reaches or surpasses Jude's potential and becomes a generational talent. Scenario 2, he flops and fades into his brother's shadow. As for his qualities, he was the dynamo of Sunderland's squad and played a pivotal role in their promotion to the Premier League, earning him the EFL Championship Young Player of the Season award. With 7 goals and 4 assists in 45 appearances, his box-to-box prowess is undeniable. Put simply, if you need a tall, strong, energetic, young and affordable all-round midfielder, he's easily the best possible option. Just imagine him operating alongside Nicolo Barella. And number 3, Nico Paz. The Real Madrid graduate has emerged as one of Serie A's standout talents this season, registering 6 goals and 6 assists in 27 appearances for Como. His dribbling prowess and vision have caught the attention of top European clubs, including Inter Milan. At just 20 years old, Paz offers a blend of creativity and composure, making him the perfect candidate to bring new life to Inter's midfield. What's more, he can also play on the wings, making him an even more appealing option. As for the defence, it's clear that Inter need a serious rebuild, as was evident in the Champions League final against PSG. You can't expect to keep a clean sheet against the world's most dynamic attack with the 37-year-old Francesco Acerbi. Of course, he deserves all the praise for his strong mentality, but he's already had his moments of brilliance. Now it's time for him to go. Enter Jarell Quansah, a 22-year-old centre-back who has made significant strides at Liverpool. This season, Quansah has made 25 appearances, 8 fewer than his 2023-24 season, and he's consistently demonstrated his defensive skills and composure with the ball at his feet in those matches. His ability to read the game and execute precise passes aligns well with Inter Milan's modern defensive structure. Just imagine him sitting next to Bastoni and Benjamin Pavard at the heart of the defence. This transfer is possible because Arne Slot seemingly doesn't see him as the future of Liverpool's defence. Last season, he played almost 1,200 minutes in the Premier League under Jurgen Klopp, but then Slot came in and downgraded him to the bench and has played less than 500 minutes in the Premier League this season. One player who has upgraded, however, is Mason Greenwood. He did so in spectacular fashion, becoming the Ligue 1 top goalscorer this season with Olympique Marseille. Since joining the French club for €32 million last summer, he scored 21 goals in 34 appearances, showcasing his clinical finishing and versatility across the front line. Despite his on-field success, Greenwood's time at Marseille hasn't been without challenges. Manager Roberto De Zerbi has publicly criticised his work ethic, and fan protests have added pressure. Greenwood has expressed a desire to leave, making a move to Serie A a viable option. Another reason to believe he would be happy to move to Italy is that he's performed brilliantly everywhere he's played. He was a young star at United, performed well at Getafe in Spain, and regained his form at Marseille in France. Moreover, Inter have bought a lot from the French market in recent years, so this transfer makes perfect sense. However, Inter's blockbuster move of the summer, if they manage to pull it off, is Luka Modric. He is set to leave Real Madrid after the 2025 Club World Cup, concluding a legendary 13-year tenure at the Bernabeu. Aged 39, he's not ready to retire and intends to continue playing in Europe to keep fit for the 2026 World Cup with Croatia. Inter really does look like the perfect place for him to shine. Having previously been linked with Modric, the Nerazzurri now have a genuine opportunity to bring him. Despite his age, the Croatian remains a midfield maestro, offering unparalleled vision, control and leadership. So why not follow a similar contract structure to the one he had at Madrid? Sign a 1-year deal and, if he performs well, sign for another year. It sounds like a perfect opportunity for both sides. Inter are a team that plays with aging players, so such a transfer is actually very possible. On the other hand, what do you think about Gianluigi Donnarumma? I know, he's an AC Milan graduate and has just won the Champions League, so he's feeling great at PSG. But let me tell you something, he only has a year left on his contract. Furthermore, Donnarumma's agent, Enzo Raiola, hasn't thrown the link straight to the bin, stating, "We're not ruling anything out right now," amid links to Inter Milan. Not only would a transfer bolster Inter's defence, it would also see Donnarumma return to Serie A, where he previously made his mark. If Inter want to secure the goalkeeping position for years to come and have an Italian in goal, there isn't a better option than Gigio Donnarumma. For the next name, we're pretty hyped, by the way, because Rodrigo de Paul is the most Inter Milan type of player to not have played at Inter. You know, Atletico Madrid and Inter have a very similar taste in players, and de Paul certainly enters this profile. And he is back on Inter's radar, and this time, the timing feels right. The Argentine midfielder, a long-time Serie A standout, has been linked to Inter in the past, but the move never materialised. Now, with Atletico Madrid reportedly open to offers in the region of around €30 million, Inter are in pole position to secure a signature ahead of rivals like AC Milan and Juventus. Workhorse, creator, midfield engine and non-stop running for 90 minutes straight. When you're Messi's bodyguard, you're chosen to be good in football and win the World Cup. And this is exactly what Inter miss right now. They don't have this type of player. None of Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan offer what de Paul brings to the table. For number 9, we have quite an interesting name for you. Yep, you might find it controversial, but Rasmus Højlund could actually be an unbelievable asset to Inter. Look, on paper, he's been quite mediocre at United, but don't forget how he was ripping the nets at Atlanta. According to The Sun, Inter have focused on both of United's flops, Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee. I find it almost impossible for them to sign both the Dane and the Dutch, but who knows? If they get rid of Taremi and Arnautovic, we could definitely see something like this. Now, I know I said at the beginning of the video that I was going to list 10 players that Inter should buy this summer, but I'm going to switch it up a bit. You guys have been pretty awesome with your comments on our videos, and you also show superb football knowledge, and that's why I'm going to leave the 10th player up to you. Tell us, what is the name you want to see at the San Siro next summer? Share it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.